Hello everybody, it's Jim. I brought another activity for you guys to try and use your imagination to do all sorts of things with. Some of the things I like to work with are paper. I like the way paper can be flat. I like the way we can make it into different shapes. And I like the way that we can make it an airplane or a box. There's all sorts of things that we can use paper for. Today, I'm going to make little cones, show you how to make cones, and then we're going to use all the different kinds of cones to make some amazing art using our imagination. All right, let's get ready. So, I got some materials from around my house, and hopefully you have some materials. I'm pretty sure most people have paper. You can get paper from magazines. You can get paper from your printing machine. You can get paper from your art area. But paper is the important part of this. And then some of the other materials we'll need is tape. If you have glue stick, I don't have glue stick. If you have glue stick, bring it out. Scissors, you definitely need some scissors. Something round like a pencil. I found some sticks because I like sticks too. They really help me use my imagination because they're all different kinds of shapes and they're different kinds of thickness. And you can use sticks for almost anything. That's what's great about sticks. This kind of paper is wrapping paper from Christmas and Hanukkah, and I thought, well, this might be an interesting cone. I also found some cardboard that maybe I want to put my cones on top of it. Maybe I'll put my stick on it to make it look like a forest. And some markers that I can color with. These are all the different materials I'm going to use, but make sure if you have some idea, some new exciting idea, then bring it in and you'll be able to make an amazing art piece using paper, cones, and markers. All right, let's move on to the next step. Hi. So, the neat thing about cones is that you don't have to worry about the shape you start with. You could start with a square, just cut something out, and that's not even really a square that you would find in a cutout, but that's what I did. I just made this shape. Here's the important part of making a cone, is once you have your shape, whatever shape it is, you take your scissors and just go to the middle. That's all. Just go to the middle. Don't cut all the way through, just go to the middle. Now, to make the cone, you take each piece, you take this one piece and you fold it over. Let's do that again. You have the cut, you push this side around, and you have a cone. Now, maybe your mom or dad can help you with the taping part. I'll tape the inside, put a piece of tape there, that'll help it stick, and then I'll put a little piece of tape on the outside. Now, I have a cone. If I don't like the shape of the bottom, I can cut it. I can cut it around and around and around, like that. But if I like the shape, then I don't cut it. That's all. There's one cone. Now, like I said, you can have any shape you want. Here's a triangle. I made a little cut already. I pushed it together like that near the cut. And then I took my tape and I taped the inside. You can tape the outside, it doesn't matter, whatever is easiest for you. And then I taped the outside. Now this one I'm not going to cut. This one because I like the way this looks. I like the way it shapes. So I'll put that one there. Now here's a crazy shape. I cut it all kinds of crazy. And then I made my cut right up to the middle. And then I push it together around that crack and I tape it. This time I taped it on the outside. And then I did the inside. And there is a crazy shape cone. I'll put that right there. Now, when I said any shape, you could even make a heart into a cone. Maybe, as long as you cut it to about the middle and then push the sides together. Add some tape. Now, I have some wrapping paper here, and the neat thing about wrapping paper is that sometimes it has two sides. Here's a piece of wrapping paper I made into a circle. There's silver on one side and then white on the other. So you have a choice here. Once you cut the cut through the middle, you can make the cone white, or you can make the cone silver. I like silver myself, but I may, when I make more, I may make some white on the outside. So that's how you make a cone, cutting it in the middle. Another way you can make a cone is to put your fingers on the two sides. Well, here's a smaller piece. Two sides, and then meet them in the middle. See? And then twirl it around your hand a little. This one's a little trickier. This one you might need your mom to help you with. But this is another way to make a cone. Hi, I'm back. I've been working making all different kinds of cones. I made cones that I didn't tape all the way around, so they look like a spaceship. This one has tails on it. It looks like a spaceship or a hat. Here's the one that I started off as a heart and made it into like a little place. When you look at these cones, you can think with your imagination, what does this look like? What does this cone look like? Well, this one I thought looked like a smile. So I thought I'd tape this down and tape this part down. Get some cones that make kind of like eyes. Maybe there and there, you know. Make some cones that look like eyes. Cone for a nose. And you know what? I cut up so many cones. I have little bits of pieces of paper. Maybe I'll take a couple of pieces of paper and I'll make some eyebrows. There's a face that you could put up on your wall. Now, this is a giant cone. I made this giant cone and I looked at it and I looked at it and I said, this looks like a person. So maybe I'll give this person some blue eyes and a happy mouth and maybe a little nose for smelling with. Now, I found another cone, and there you go. He's like Mulan. You can also, I looked at these cones. This cone is made from a rectangle, and when I cut it, it made that shape, and I said, what does that look like? I said, a rocket ship. And these look like rocket ship engines. These are cones too. So I put two of these cones together. Whoops-a-daisy. And added this on top. And it's a rocket ship. You can use a cone to make a flower. I took 3 cones and I put them inside of each other. And now I have my stick, and I'll cut a little hole on the bottom and put my stem in here, and we'll put a little tape on it. Put a little tape on my flower and my stem, and you make a little flower. My paper, wrapping paper, had a little sun on it. So I made the sun, cut out the sun, and made a little cone of that. And I cut a cone in parts and made it into grass. And maybe I'm having a little fun walking in the grass. Whee! The last thing I wanted to show you, but there's so many more things you can do with your imagination. But I took a piece of cardboard and I put some of the wrapping paper, fancy wrapping paper on it, and it looks like Christmas. Looks like snow. So I took one of my cones from fancy wrapping paper and I put it on there. And maybe I'll put a little mountain here. And maybe I can use my little dolls or my Lego people to visit through the Christmas village. So all these things I made with cones, paper, and my imagination. And I know you can too, because you guys have amazing imaginations. So if you do this, take a picture of what you did with your cones and your imagination and send it in to the school. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.